Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Cheryl and today we're talking about why it is strong women go really quiet in relationships, why we go from being this lioness of a woman in life through to being this tiny little mouse that can barely squeak out our needs when it comes to speaking to a romantic partner or a friend or a family member or whoever it is we need to express and need to. We're also going to go into a meditation at the end of the video, so definitely stick around for that. And before we do, just a couple of quick announcements. If you're new here, definitely go right ahead and subscribe and press the bell for notifications so you're notified every time I release a video. I'm going to try and release more videos for you and give you more content that can really help you. And I also want to let you know that my program Infinite Love is now open for enrollment. It is a combination of a course and group coaching, so you get one-to-one time with me. It's super affordable, really reasonably priced, and we start in about 2 weeks. And the whole thing that I'm guiding you through in Infinite Love is taking you from waiting for someone who's not choosing you to investing that time into yourself, start living your life, and ultimately become the woman that you know that you are inside and the woman that you always were. And what we're doing is we're clearing all the debris and childhood stuff out of the way so that woman can emerge and you can embody her and live a really beautiful life. And whether that means you invite a relationship into your life or not, either way, we're stopping that cycle of waiting around for someone who's not choosing you. So the details are in the comments below, in the pinned comment, they're also in the video description too. So let's get started. Why is it that we as women will go from being very strong and lioness-like in our life, we'll be, confident in our business, in the corporate world, wherever it is that we work. And then when it comes to relationships, we get really scared and really quiet. Why does that happen? I've seen this with my clients, and it's so interesting to me, but also not surprising when I start to see this pattern come up. So the reason is a little something called the invisible child. So it's inner child stuff. And we're talking about where this comes from. It comes from our family home, where we were not seen, not heard, not valued, and maybe tolerated but not celebrated. And our needs were certainly not elevated above that of the adults, which really is children. That the children's needs should be front and center and should be very present and very the needs should be being met, and the child should certainly feel like their needs are important and that they know that their needs get met, and they develop that really beautiful secure attachment. But if that doesn't happen, what it makes us do is build up this story, this dialogue around my needs are not important, my needs are not met, other people's needs are more important than mine. So we become really codependent, we want to fix other people, we try and choose these people who become projects for us instead of working on ourselves. We sit around waiting for someone that's not choosing us because we think that someone else's needs are more important than our own. Because in our family home, something happened where that was the case. So that could either be that it could simply be that we were an introvert in a house full of extroverts, right? There was always a lot of noise, and maybe there were, parties and gatherings, and we were just kind of quiet and in our shell a little bit, and we felt a bit unseen. We felt like we couldn't speak up if we needed something because everyone else was really big and gregarious, but as a child we were quite quiet. That could be the case, and that's quite a benign, harmless thing. Or it could have been more of a traumatic thing whereby one or both of our caregivers, our parents usually, or it could have been grandparents, whoever raised you. It could have been that they had challenges with their physical health, with their mental health, with their emotional wellness. There could have even been alcohol addiction or drug addiction. It could be on any end of that spectrum and that extreme. And what that did is it gave us this knowing, which was true at the time, that other people's needs took precedent over our own. Because the reality is, if someone's coming home and they're intoxicated through drugs and alcohol, then that becomes a real focal point of everyone in the home, because it's so loud and it's so disruptive that becomes the emergency that needs to be tended to. It becomes the fire that needs to be put out, right? Or it could have been that maybe we were caretaking for a family member, either they're caretaking for their physical health or their emotional health, and we became, you know, our mum's therapist, or we became our dad's caregiver because he wasn't well, whatever the situation was. And so a couple of things happens there. Not only do we develop this self-identity of I'm the caregiver, I'm not the one that's supported, I'm the supporter. But what also happens is we just don't have the skill set. We just lack the skills to say, hey, would you be able to do this for me? This is what I need. It becomes a foreign concept for us to express what it is that we need. And we kind of clam up and get nervous and we don't know what to say. And it feels really awkward and uncertain. And when we're learning how to do this, we lean into that discomfort. We lean into it because it's new. And whether this is brand new for you or whether you've been doing it for a couple of years, it's just worth cutting ourselves a bit of a break and realising that if we've had this experience our entire lives, right, whether you're in your 20s or your 30s or your 40s or above, that's a lot of time, that's a lot of life, that's a big chunk of time where your needs have not been met. And so just be easy on yourself, give yourself a bit of a break when it comes to that, because it takes time. It takes time for this to become your new reality. So yeah, you're going to get there and you're going to do great. And I teach a lot about these actual meat and potato relationship skills in Infinite Love. It's really my flagship program where I go into teaching you the relationship skills you need in terms of setting boundaries, healing from codependency, recognizing when you're replicating those unhealthy dynamics from your old family home when you were a kid in your relationships, your romantic relationships, dating life, friendships, and so on. We can often go ahead and replicate our old family dynamic or the relationship we had with our mother with a female friend, because that female to female relationship that we had kind of anchors in, and then we look for that subconsciously. So there's a lot there, and I teach about that in Infinite Love. But in terms of what we can do now, it's about two things. One, yes, it's about learning those skills, but the second thing is about letting our inner child know that her needs are important, that our needs are important, and that her needs are going to be met. So why don't we drop into a meditation now? If it's safe to do so where you are, please put your feet flat on the floor. Please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Holding. Letting it go. Holding at the bottom. Breathing in. Holding. Let it go. Holding. Last time, breathe in. Hold. Let it go. And hold. Breathing normally now. Breathing at your own pace. Feeling that breath go down through the center of your chest into your heart and into your belly and back out again. Really tuning in, really focusing on that sensation at the center of your chest, your heart center. Feeling that area expand. Breathing into any sensations there. And if it's safe to do so where you are, place your hand over your heart and your other hand on your belly. And repeat after me. I am safe. I am loved. I am seen. I am heard. I am recognized. My needs are important. my needs are heard. My needs are met with ease. People in my life love to help me. The people in my life love to support me. I am supported. I am held. I am seen. Beautiful. Breathing that in, letting it go. We're going to talk directly to your inner child now. I see you. I hear you. You are so loved. You are safe. I've got you. You're going to be okay. Feeling any feelings that are coming up. Finding a word to describe that feeling. And acknowledging that. Acknowledging what you feel. Beautiful. You're doing great. Taking a deep breath in here. Big belly breath and let it go. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Beautiful. Welcome back. I really hope that helped you, soothed you, helped you feel seen and heard, helped nurture your inner child. When we do this, this is what breaks the cycle, right? There are lots of practical things we can do in learning the skills, of course there are, but it starts here. It starts here, and the reason it starts here is because this is our foundation. It's our foundation, and if we don't have that, it's like building on quicksand. It's going to sink. No matter how good the materials are that we use to build on, we're building on shaky ground. And that's what happens when we Google how to set a boundary, or we watch videos on how to heal codependency. It's not about what we're doing, it's about who we're being and what we're feeling, right? And it's about that, it's that alignment people talk about. It's about who we feel we are inside and who we're being on the outside. So when we know we're someone that's worthy of having our needs met, then the words come to us easily. We find the resources, the books start falling off the shelves, the videos pop up that really resonate with us, and we learn those skills, and we start here. We start in that place inside of us, and then we go, oh, I'm worthy of having my needs met. Knowing that, what's next? Knowing I'm worthy of that, what do I need to say? What do I need to do? Who do I need to speak to? What needs to happen next? And it feels a lot more grounded than when we are feeling unseen and unheard, and our energy is kind of scattered, and we're looking outside of us for something to fix us, and we go grasping for, teachers and guides or books, or we, start listening to all the podcasts, but it comes from a place of franticness and not enough and trying to fix. And again, when we come to this place first, ground ourselves and know we're worthy of having our needs met and being supported and helped and held, then the actions that we take are going to be lined up with knowing that we're worthy. I hope that makes sense. I know it's kind of a difficult thing to describe because we're talking about a feeling, and feelings can be difficult to articulate, but we feel them, and I know you're feelers, right? You're feelers. So if you want to go deeper with this work, Infinite Love is a beautiful place to do that. Again, it's in the description, the video description, and it's also linked, it's also pinned in the comment below. What I'm also going to do too is at the end screen at the video here, I'm also going to put an inner child meditation that I put up a couple months ago that's also really, really going to help serve and support you. So You are worthy of having your needs met. No matter what happened before, you are worthy now of having your needs met, and it's safe to express them. I'll see you next time.